Good morning, welcome to the Mama Public Library. My name is Joan, I am your instructor today and every Tuesday. I welcome you to this class today, so sit as comfortably as you can, whether you choose an easy seated pose or your legs extended. If you want to sit on a block, bring your leg forward, Cher, so you don't have to, make yourself comfortable. Now relax your shoulders down. Sit up as tall as you can. Feel like you're lifting up through center. You're going to bring your elbows into the side. Relax your shoulders down. And now open up your arms. Now, as you open up your arms, you're going to feel, keep the elbows into the body. You're going to feel this opening from the center of the sternum to the shoulders, and you're going to feel the shoulder blades come onto the back. Tuck your head so it's nice and level. Take a couple breaths and feel your posture. Feel the opening straight down the center of the body. Feel that opening through the heart. Ask yourself, just in this pause, what are you holding and what can you let go of? And then soften it. And then just keep the posture but release the fingers so they just gently touch the mat and feel like you're a three-dimensional triangle. So triangles are one of the strongest geometric shapes, so we're grounded, we're rooted, we're balanced, and in that place we're going to pause. So pause, 3 breaths right here. Take a nice breath in and out. Don't overwork it, just breathe however you normally breathe. And notice where the breath is, if it's high or in the middle or if it's low. And as every time you inhale, see if you can deepen the breath. Good. And now you're going to touch your thumb to your ring finger, and that's going to open the lung points. So just let your hands rest right here and feel your lungs moving in and out as you inhale and exhale. So it should feel almost like a bellows. So the lungs will expand out, the ribs will open, and then it comes back in and it moves the diaphragm. So you want to take a moment to connect to the lung and to the breath. Soften anything that's tight. And then when you're ready, pause. Move your thumb to your middle finger. This is going to open around the heart space. So as we pause, I want you to take a moment to observe. Observe the space around your heart. What feels heavy? What feels light? What do you need to shift? What do you notice? What do you feel? And just breathe 3 breaths in and out here. And notice maybe as you're breathing in and out, just by holding this mudra, your breath changes slightly. Now you're going to move your thumb to your pinky finger, and this connects to your emotional, spiritual body. So the world is crazy. We have to live in it. So we want to ask ourselves, can I detach from emotional triggers? So if you just for a moment think about what it is that's a trigger for you, and as you inhale and exhale, give yourself permission to let that go. So 3 breaths at your own rate. And maybe you notice that the breath is deeper into the belly. I am breathing in and I am breathing out, and I am detaching from emotions that no longer serve me. So that I can move forward into this day with a lighter step. Good. Now, bring your elbows in again, open up your hands. Sink yourself so that the shoulders are down and the weight from the ears. And you're going to do prana mudra. So you're going to take the back, ring and pinky finger and put the thumb over it. Looks like a peace sign. You're going to breathe in, you're going to open again, and when you bring your hands down, you want to ground. So those two fingers are grounding down, and prana in yoga means breath. So notice how the breath maybe has changed. So as you inhale and you exhale, you're bringing in new breath and you're grounding down into a more balanced, open, relaxed space. 3 breaths. And see if something's shifted. One more breath. Good. Now, we've been sitting, if you're cross-legged, for a while, so we're going to come off so we can extend our legs nice and long and just massage your legs. Now, we want to massage our legs so we can move forward. So a friend of mine had asked me if I knew anything about this man, Napoleon Hill, which I did not. And so I did a little research, and I'm going to do some more. But he's what is considered the guru of self-help books. He wrote a book in 1937, and he talks about those things that we just did. The pause, the observation, the breath, detaching from emotions, and then moving forward. So we want to move forward into this practice, and then just do the outsides of the legs. So your legs carry you everywhere, and you want to honor the fact that when you have strong, flexible legs, you're promoting longevity. And now inside of the legs, and you want to honor that place where your legs have already carried you and where they're going to take you today and into the future. And then you're going to lift one leg and you're going to comb the back of the hamstrings and just ease them out. Massage the back of the knee so we can move some excess lymphatic fluids. And then massaging the calf so we feel like we're getting nice circulation in here. Now, one hand, doesn't matter which one. One hand on top of the knee, one hand underneath. And give yourself permission to move forward into something today. Now, when you do that, all of you went like this. So soften it. Work less, gain more. And then just roll the leg out to the side. Let it rest for a minute as if it's the number 4. You can bring your hands behind you if you need a support so you keep your posture nice and tall. And the other foot is flexed up because you want to feel like you're still grounding. And then slide that foot against the leg and see if it's longer. So you've already moved forward. Now, opposite leg, you bring it up and you massage the back of this leg. And maybe the back of your knee, notice how it feels, one leg to the other. And then the lower leg, the calf muscle, and massage up and down here. Good, and then hold again here. Ask yourself to move forward, especially into things that are a challenge. And then roll the leg out and let it rest against the opposite leg like the number 4. And if you need to, you support the back and you lift up. Take a breath. Good. And notice how this side feels. Notice if this side feels the same or different than the other one. And then slide that leg down and hopefully they're the same length. Slide your feet together. Soles of the feet together, and now we rock. So we level out the sitting bones. so that the pelvic girdle feels a little more balanced when we stand up. Relax into the breath, soften the jaw. Notice any spots where you're holding tension. If you get a yawn, go with it. Relax your shoulders. I'm looking at you, my friend. And then bring your hands right to your ankles. Inhale, lift up, look up. Sink the shoulders down. Open straight through the whole center of the body. Exhale, curl. Knees come up and you curl back. So begin to move the spine. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, curl back. I am moving, I am flexible, I am at ease. I'm moving out of the way of anything that no longer serves me so I can move forward into a new space. I can move around obstacles. I can step to the side. I can let things bounce off me so I don't absorb them into my body, my thoughts, my mind, my heart, my spirit, and you roll it back. And then inhale, lift it up, and again around the outside of the legs and just rock it here. So the rocking motion is small and gentle. You keep your head in line with your spine, you're rocking to the right and to the left, but you're never getting off balance because just like a pendulum, it rocks from side to side and it slows down and it comes to balance. And we pause right here. Great. Now I'm going to use my right leg. It doesn't matter if you're on the opposite side. I'm going to come right into deer pose. So I'm going to let my arch of my left foot rest against the knee and thigh of the right. And I want to sit up nice and tall. And I want to take a few breaths here. And oftentimes, this makes you feel like you're out of balance, so you could feel like you're leaning right or left. Take a few breaths and just settle it. Relax anything that's tight. And then when you're ready, then we switch and we go to the other side and we notice one side in relationship to the other. Take a breath. Now, if you need support, you can always take a block and lift yourself up and support yourself with a hand on a block, or you can teepee your fingers and you're breathing. Now, when you come out of this, just releasing your legs, we're going to bring our knees up. Heels are on the edges of the mat, toes are out. And we just come right into windshield wipers. So we begin to open up the hip flexors and the hips. So when the shoulders and the hips are in balance, then we're in balance. So we want to keep this nice and flexible and at ease. Don't collapse through the center. Feel that breath moving in and out. Giving yourself permission to take a deep breath. Roll to the right, look to the left, tuck your chin down. You can lift your soles of your feet so you're resting on the inside, outside edges of the feet. Tuck your chin a little more, see if you can release through the side of the neck. And then head and knees come to center and we go the other way. And we notice how this feels. So notice if the shoulder comes forward. Take a breath. Tuck the chin a little bit. And then rock again, back and forth. See how that feels. Good. Let your legs be long. See if your legs are the same length. Hands are behind you. Now we want to lift up, but don't throw your head back or overextend. Head is nice and level. Soften the knees. And ask yourself, what does my heart need to know? Can I release worry, grief, tension, fear, fatigue, anxiety, the unknown, the what if? Now, keep yourself nice and tall. We're coming right into staff pose, so don't let yourself collapse. Fingertips come out to the side. Feel that right straight through the bottoms of your feet. We're going to scoop the hands, so I'm going to scoop them right next to me. I'm going to lean, my knees are soft. I'm going to scoop up like a wave, And I want to bring to myself the gift of, and you fill it in. So I'm inhaling, I'm moving forward. I'm giving myself this opportunity for the gift of. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm going with the flow as if this was a wave on a beach, but it's not going to knock me down like those huge waves when you stand there and they just throw you around. This is one where we're just gently moving with the current. We're going with the flow, even of the unknown. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, bring your hands right to your heart. Tuck your thumbs, let your hands rest right at the heart. Let your arms go. Shoulders are down, hands and arms are parallel to your feet, and we pulse. 1, 2, gently. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Bring the legs up, rock them out. Feel what sensations you've activated. Open up your legs a little bit, because if they're too close, you can't go anywhere. We're going to do that. That's another move. Good. Slide your legs nice and long. Twist to one side and look to the side. Relax the jaw down. Relax around the eyes. And then we switch to the other side, and you take a breath. And when you turn to the other side, maybe this time you can turn your head a little more. Don't overstretch the neck. And then opposite side, and maybe look a little more. Good. And then one more time, see where you are. See if you can look a little more behind you without feeling like you're straining. And opposite side. So notice, so my left side's a little tighter today. I don't judge, I just observe. And then I come back to center. I'm going to come up onto my hands and knees. I'm going to keep my blocks handy. Now, if you have your 2 blocks, you're going to place them right in front of you. Otherwise, your hands are right on the mat. My knees are in line with my hips. My toes are tucked. And now I want to stretch my feet. So I'm going to just rock it back and forth. So if you have issues with your knees and this is too much for you, then you don't do it. Or you put a blanket or a support or a prop underneath your knees. Now as you breathe in and you breathe out, keep your back nice and flat. Don't let it kind of sink, and keep the belly tucked. Sometimes we're not even aware we're doing that. I too have to be monitoring my own self. Now when you sit back, rock it out. See if you feel like you can stretch through the toes, the arches of the feet, all the way up into the heels, the Achilles heels, and just rock it out. Breathe. Now, if you're really comfortable, you can make it deeper and sink a little lower, but you don't have to. This may release again under the arms and through the shoulders. Keep your head up. Pause. Now I'm going to come back up, but this time I'm going to slide myself so my knees are as wide as the mat. My big toes are going to touch, and I'm going to keep my hands and just sink here. My head will come right between my arms. So I'm coming into a lifted child's pose, and I want to stretch out and think about carrying less across my shoulders so my posture can feel taller, lighter, and more at ease. And I breathe here. Take a breath, inhale, lift up, and maybe come a little bit forward and then stretch it back again. And we'll do one more. Now, if this doesn't work for you, you don't do it. Inhale a little bit forward, just a little bit, and then you exhale and you let it go. Good. Come back to neutral. I'm going to bring my hands back to the mat. Keep your blocks handy though. I'm going to keep I'm going to start with my top of my right foot is as flat as I can make it. I'm going to move my knee a little in towards center take my opposite leg and hook it behind. And now I'm gonna walk myself a little left so I can go back and forth. This is gonna open up through the hip. Now, if you have a knee or hip replacement and this doesn't work for you, then you don't do it. This is very big here. Now, if you also feel that it's too low for you, you can always use a block, but if it throws you off balance, then you do less. You're gonna feel that right into the butt cheek. And then come back to neutral. I'm gonna switch. So I'm gonna bring my left knee a little more into center, bring the right leg behind. You kind of hook the legs together. I'm gonna walk my hands a little bit to the right so I can go back and forth. This is a little tighter for me. So I start small. And I breathe. And one more. And then I come back to center. I'm going to take one block. I'm going to use it so that I can support my forehead on the block, and I come into a lifted child's pose. My arms are in Sphinx pose, and be mindful that the shoulders are not up. You want to slide them back. Soften the jaw, relax around the eyes if you need to. You can roll your head on the block, get a little massage in the forehead, especially if you're doing a lot of overthinking or you feel overwhelmed, overly sensitive, overly concerned, preoccupied. You want to soften here. If you have congestion, inflammation, if you have a lot of sinus allergy stuff. And it's going to help to open up the cervical spine. Pause here, slide your arms teepee and sink back if you can. Take a breath. Breathe in and let it out. Relax your arms, see where you are here. Slide your hands back to frame your face, tuck your chin, inhale. Now we're gonna ripple up like a wave. So when my arms are straight, that's when I lift my head and I slowly, gently bring my chin to the mat, and then I exhale and then inhale on the lift. Exhale on the release. Inhale, feel that rippling of the spine. Make it as big or as small as you need it to be. Unclench your jaw, relax your eyes, soften through the cheekbones, soften through the back of the neck. Now when you come up, head's an extension of the spine, just shift it out a little bit. Good. I'm gonna walk my hands toward my right knee and I'm gonna stretch as far down as is comfortable for me. Take a breath. Slide your hands back. I'm going to come right down into an extended child's pose. Take a breath. If my head can come to the mat, great. If I need a prop, that's fine. Soften it. Slide your hands back to frame the face, lift up, and then toward the left. And just let the left side of your torso kind of get a little connection to the left inside of that left thigh. Breathe. Come back to center one more time into any variation of a child's pose that you choose. Slide your hands back to frame the face and come back up into your table. Now, we're going to go into a downward dog. If you don't want to go into a downward dog, you stay in table or you come back into a child's pose. I'm going to tuck my toes into the mat. I'm going to gather my energy through the center of my body. I want to feel as if I'm just going to effortlessly bring myself up. It's not a matter of forcing. You want to breathe out, and you want to inhale, lift up into a triangle, and just pause. And if you choose, you can pedal your feet. You don't have to. Stretch out the legs. If it's too much and you want to keep your knees bent, you can. Take a breath.
Stretch it all out. So you're gonna roll up onto your toes, open up the knees so you come down gently, come into any child's pose you want. So you can do 1 potato, 2 potato, you can come back to a block, you can hold your forehead, you can extend your arms like we did before, and you breathe. So let go of any busyness of the mind. Give yourself permission to use this time to come to stillness. And then inhale, lift up. And we're just gonna go right into a cat and dog. So we balance ourselves. I'm gonna tuck my toes, flatten the back, tuck the belly up. Head's an extension of the spine. Inhale, lift up, look up. I make it as big and release the feet and curl the spine, or as small as I need it to be. I inhale and I lift, and I exhale and soften the jaw on the sides of the face. And I inhale and I lift and I exhale and I curl. And I inhale and I want to feel that flexibility and movement through the vertebra and the whole length of the spine. And then pause at neutral. Bring the right foot forward. Now we're going to stand up, so take a breath. Tuck the back toes so you can just bring yourself forward into a forward fold. You're going to bring your block with you. You can bring any height you need. And step a little wide. And now just rock it out. So you rock side to side. You can bend the knees. Flatten the back if you can. Come to center, ripple it up. Take your time. When you come up, we've been down for a while, so take your time, roll the shoulders. See how you feel. See if you feel taller. Remember, tallness does not necessarily have to do with height. It has to do with the things like gravity that press down on us that make us feel like we're shrinking into the center. So we want to lift up, big breath. Exhale, let it go. In. Good, in. A couple more. One more. And roll forward any amount. It doesn't mean you have to touch the floor. You just want to stretch through that spine. Tuck your chin, roll it up. Slide your hands right up to your hips. Step a little wider. And now just hula hoop around. And as you hula hoop around, just feel like you're just moving around center. And then you pause. When you're ready, go the other way. Good. So I'm going to angle my feet so the heels are in, the toes are out. I'm going to bring my arms out to the side. I'm going to look to the right and to the left and keep my shoulders down. I'm going to inhale, take a breath. Exhale. When I exhale, I'm going to bring the hands down, cross in the front. You can make it as big or as small as you want, and you move up above your head. So you open and close, and you can make it as deep as you want. Getting yourself primed for a squat someday, if not today. And then you lift up. Now, think about something that's making your head feel uncertain, cloudy, distracted, worried, and push it away. So we want to clear the clouds that make our head feel heavy. And then we want to clear the stuff that makes us feel stuck. So we're clearing heaven and earth. And you breathe into this nice big orb of space that you're creating for yourself. And then one more time, down and up, take a breath. Inhale, lift up. Big X, gentle back bend, forward fold, and now just sweep your fingers and then lift up. Big breath. Exhale, let it go.
Open up. Let it go. Big breath. Keep your eyes open. If this doesn't work for you, you don't do it. Big breath. Pause. Float your arms down and out to the side if you need to adjust your feet. Now we're going to come right into star pose. So we're going to wring out the washcloth. And then one palm up and then the other. And then release the arms down, shake it out. Now we rolled back, so let's roll forward. I'm going to roll those shoulders up, back, and around. And then reverse your circle. Good. Stand hip distance again. Come right into your Tadasana. Now engage right up through the center of the body like a T and across the shoulders. Feel your posture. Take a breath. Sink the shoulders down. If you need to, you wiggle it out a little bit. Inhale, lift up. We're going to come right into temple pose. So the back, 3 fingers cross, index finger points, thumb crosses over, and then you just go side to side. So temple pose to crescent moon. And you just rock it out. You make it as big or small as you need it to be. Now when I come back to the right side, I'm going to release my right arm. I'm going to look under the left, and then just go back and forth. Opening up into the possibility of flexibility. One more on each side, so one more right. If you're on the opposite side, it doesn't matter. And one more left. Both arms up, stretch it up, wiggle it up. Now open up the arms. When you open up the arms, you're going to bring them behind your back. You can hold one hand over, you can hold a wrist, you can clasp your hands, and you're going to stretch it down. Take a breath. Breathe. Now as you breathe in and you breathe out right here, squeeze the shoulders on the back. When you come here, feet are a little bit wider than hip distance. We're going to tip forward. Make sure your neck's not tight. So I'm going to keep my belly engaged. I'm going to tip forward. Now, the minute I feel a little something, then I stop. And then I bring myself up and I lock my gaze on something that's in front of me. I inhale and I exhale. Maybe I come a little lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, depending on how far I want to go, see if you can just lift your arms a little bit. Take a breath. And then release the arms and hang. Wiggle it out. Come all the way down onto your hands and knees. We're going to transition right back to the floor. Slide one to one side with your legs. Bring a block with you. Bring your knees up to one side of each edge of the mat. Hands are on the ribs. And we just rock out into our windshield wiper. And as you breathe in and you breathe out right here, just soften the shoulders down, tuck the chin, release through that back body. Good. If you want, you can bring your arms out to the letter T. Roll to the right, head looks to the left. Head and knees come to center, roll to the right, look, roll to the left, look to the right. It doesn't matter which side you're on, just rock it out. Take your time, but keep your shoulders connected to the mat. And take a breath here. And then come back to center. And if you want, now you can come to cactus arms if that works for you, opening up through the shoulders. Good. Bring your knees into your chest and rock it out gently. Don't pull the knees into the chest, just gentle. If it's too much to hold the shins, then bring your hands behind your legs, back of the knees, and just rock it out, and you breathe. Pause, bring your feet up. We're going to come right into our happy baby, so the knees are bent and the feet are flexed softly. And we use this as a benefit of an inversion as we rock out through the back body, relaxing the jaw, softening anything in the face that's tight. Good. Come to center, stretch your legs as much as you can. Point and flex your feet. And move those ankles. And then point one foot and then the other, so you're pedaling them. Take a breath with you, don't hold the breath. Roll the feet around at the ankle. Now if you need space between your legs, then you move them apart a little bit. And then you reverse your circle. Good, bring your knees into your chest. Wiggle your toes, pedal your feet, give them a break. Good. Bring your feet to the floor. Now you're going to grab your block. We're going to go right into a bridge pose. So the bridge, supported bridge, the block is as close and as low into the sacral spine. Nothing's in the curve of the back. Your hands can rest on your ribs. Your hands could be parallel to your body. The shoulders you lift and tuck under, chins in line with your sternum, and you breathe here. So bridge pose is all about making connections. Connecting your hands and feet and your head. Head and heart. Head, heart, and belly. Front and back of the body, right and left. The front and the back and the sides of the throat. But it's also about how do you connect to your inner self and your external self, your subtle body. And your breath. Now, if you're comfortable, you stay right here. If you want more, you can expand the bridge by moving your arms behind you. You take a breath and stretch it out. If your arms can't comfortably reach, bend your elbows and just let them soften here. Keep your fingers soft. Relax through the throat, lengthen through the spine. And you breathe. Good. Bring your hands back up. Interlace your fingers. A small, gentle rocking here in the space between the shoulder blades. Good. Slide your hands back to hold the block. So one hand holds on each side. I bring my knees into my chest. I can stay right here, or I can go all the way up into a supported shoulder stand, and I take a breath. Few breaths. And now we're going to pedal like we're riding a bike. So we're not doing the Tour de France, so it's a small, slow pedaling. And you want to feel that movement through the joints. And then you reverse your circle. It's just like a gentle, leisurely ride on a bike. Good. Bring your feet back up. Point and flex your feet. Give them a little connection here. Open up your legs wide. Point and flex here. Point one, flex the other. Bring your legs in, see if you can cross front and back. So you can point your toes, you can flex your toes, you can do a combination, you can do whatever you like. And then shake your legs, just a little gentle shaking. See what energy and sensations you've activated. Bring the knees into the chest, just let your legs rest. Tiny circle here. Now remember, you're on a block, so it's small and controlled. And then reverse when you're ready. Bring your feet slowly and gently back to the mat. Cross that right foot over the ankle. I'm going to take my right hand and let it rest right on the inside of the thigh. My left hand is still supporting the block, and I just pulse that hip and that leg gently, like I'm opening and closing a book. And then release that leg and switch to the other side. And again, I pulse. Hand rests gently. I'm not forcing it. I'm encouraging the mobility and flexibility. My ankle is off the thigh, so there's no pressure on the joint. And then I pause and release that. Take a breath. Inhale, lift up, come up off the block. Take the block out, hands on the ribs. Just take a pause here. Keep the shoulders down, chin is in line with the sternum, and you breathe. When you're ready, take a breath. Maybe you inhale just a little before you roll from the shoulders. One vertebra at a time. Take your time, slowly bringing it all the way down until you land. And then just rest. Let the spine catch up. Good. Bring your hands back up. Now this time, maybe you rock a little deeper, right through the center of that space between the shoulder blades, the top of the ribs, the thoracic spine. I'm going to bend my right elbow and bring the left across, and then I'm going to bring it up and switch and back and forth and see if I can open that up a little more. And if I want more, I can invert my hands and rock it here. Good. Bring your knees into your chest, rock it out. Now, cap your knees. That just means you're taking your hands, the palm of your hands over the kneecap, and you're just going to stretch. The arms are going to just go as far as they can go. Elbows into the side. And I stretch it as long as I can, and then I bring it in. And I stretch it out, and I bring it in. And I just feel that tilting of the back body. Good. Come to neutral, stir the pot. So we just roll it around a little bit. 3, and then reverse your circle. 1, 2, 3. Pick a happy baby, legs extended, big V, whatever you want. And you rock it out. Good. Bring the feet back to the mat. Go into your full body stretch. Take a measurement. See how you feel nice and long. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a big yawn. Now, if you're comfortable, because this can be very hard for your lower back to keep your legs extended, if you need to bring your knees up, you can. You're going to cross one hand over the other, touch your thumbs, and you're going to bring it right to the sternum. And now you're going to go down on the left and up on the right. So you want to ask yourself, what do I need to digest? What do I need to move out? So this is not just your food. It's also worry, fear, tension, anxiety, processing disappointment, the unknown. So we want to give ourselves time to connect the head, the heart, and digestion. We massage it out. You can do this as many times as you want. Now we're coming into a holiday season where food abounds, so this is a great thing to do before you eat. Don't do it after you eat your dinner, please. And then come to center, and we're just going to press gently down, just back and forth. Not a lot of pressure, just press down, glide up. Press down, glide up, press down, Glide up, hands right to the heart. Relax whatever you're holding there. Breathe. Feel the rise and the fall of the breath. You can make a little circle here if you choose, opening that heart space. And now you're just going to glide all the way down, down and up. So we have a lot of digestive points right in the top of the rib cage. And this helps, especially if you have indigestion, acid reflux, anything that makes your stomach feel uncomfortable. And then you pause and just let your hands rest right on your ribs and just rock a little bit side to side. Now, we've spent a lot of time on your back, so if it's uncomfortable for you to be here, you're going to choose. So I'm going to roll onto my right side, bring my arm underneath my head. My knees are in line with the hips. My knees are in line with the heels, and I roll onto my side body. Now, if you have gastric issues or acid reflux, you want to choose the left side as opposed to the right. So if this is uncomfortable for you or you don't want to be here, that's fine. Then you change it. Make sure the shoulder stays back and you don't collapse. Fingers teepee, and you breathe. And just let your whole body weight sink into the side that's resting on the floor. And see if there's something that you're holding consciously or unconsciously. Sometimes we don't even know we're doing a subtle body hold, so just relax it. And then when you're ready, you roll onto your back body. You go into your full body stretch, and you're going to switch to the other side. You do not have to move. I'm just going to swing myself around. And then same position, into your side body, chair pose, and you just rest here and notice how this side feels. And take a breath. And really soften anything that's tight, your jaw, your head, your throat, your shoulders, your ribs, your spine, any tension. Just even notice what may be something you don't notice when you're super busy in your day. Now we're quickly coming into our Shavasana. So your option would be you can choose here, right or left side, whichever one is more comfortable for you. You can roll onto your back body, which you can go into if you want to change to go into a full body stretch. You can lie into your final Shavasana pose right here with arms out into the letter A, 1 foot in each corner of the mat. You can bring your knees up and soften your back body. You can bring the knees in. You can sit up. You pick what you want that's most comfortable for you. The room is a little cold, so if you brought extra, a blanket or a jacket, you may want to put that on. And as you breathe in and you breathe out and you get yourself settled into whatever is a comfortable seated position for you, again, we're going to start our Shavasana just the way we began the class, by taking a pause. And you breathe. So whatever's comfortable for you, that's where you go. And as you rest, and you breathe, and you pause, do a little assessment. How do I feel different now in relationship to how I felt when I started? Observe the shift. Observe the change. Observe maybe you're calmer, lighter, taller, warmer, more flexible. Relaxing anything else that needs attention. Clearing anything else that you still may be holding in your thoughts so you can be truly present in this moment. Bringing yourself to stillness. So it takes courage to come to stillness. And be courageous in that coming to stillness allows you to recharge, refocus, realign, reconnect, reestablish. It allows us to replenish. To recreate something that wasn't working. As you breathe in and you breathe out right here, and you observe yourself from the inside out, and we've detached, hopefully, from emotions that don't work, ask for the gift of what you need to replenish. Positive affirmations, positive attitudes, positive words, positive emotions, joy, peace, contentment, healing, awareness, whatever it is, just let yourself be like a sponge and absorb the benefit of what you gained from your practice today. Focusing on the rise and the fall of the breath. Feeling that sense of internal connection. So when we are done with the class, you can move forward into this day with a lighter step, a lighter heart, a taller, straighter posture, a flexible movement, a confident stride, stability in all things. Feeling calm and relaxed, even in the face of the unknown. Breathing into that gift of patience. And then as you breathe in and you breathe out right here, and we want to connect back now to the elements of the earth that connect us to the earth. So visualize a place in nature that you love. Imagining that you can teleport yourself to that place and all the things that allow you to feel different, at ease, relaxed, connected. And whatever else word applies. And as you breathe in and you breathe out, imagine that in this place you could feel the sun and the warmth and the light of the sun. And then the air, the inhale and the exhale replicates that as you move into the coolness of this room and here today. And then feeling the hardness of the surface where you're resting. But feeling balanced, rooted, and supported in this place that belongs only to you. And then feel the space you've created within yourself, the space you've created above, below, side to side, the space under your ankles, knees, curve of your back of the neck, under the arms, space internally, in your mouth, through the nose, through the ears. Space to think a new thought. To have a different perspective, a different vision, a different awareness. When you calm the brain You have an opportunity to shift out of fight or flight mode and move into rest and digest. And as you breathe in and you breathe out right here, set yourself an intention. Don't make it complicated. What is it you need for yourself? And then visualize water. Water flowing, hydrating, cleansing, clearing, moving, floating, buoyant. And you're going with the flow of whatever that is that you need for yourself. Relaxing into just this time for this moment. And as you breathe in and you breathe out right here, give yourself a compliment. Today I am, and how are you? Today I feel. So how do you feel in this moment that's different than how you felt maybe an hour ago? Today I am aware. What are you now aware of? Don't make it hard. And if you don't know, that's okay. You're setting that intention so you will become aware of it. So we create our tomorrows by what we think today. So think, how are you thinking? What are you thinking? What that you think about can you let go of so you can be fully present in the gift of this day? Remember, this day comes only once. It will never be repeated exactly the same way. And now begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and begin to deepen your breath. And if you need to, you can roll your head gently from side to side and take a super big breath and go into a full body stretch and take a humongous yawn with you, a sigh, a sound that works for you, and just stretch it all out. And then bring your knees into your chest when you're ready and rock it out. And then when you're ready, bring your arms and legs up to the sky and shake it out, and shake and shake and shake and shake and shake and shake. And again, go into a full body stretch and stretch into all the spaces that you've gained for yourself. And then when you're ready, you bring your knees in and roll to whatever side calls to you, and you just pause there for a breath. Give yourself a minute because we've been down for a while, so you want to give yourself time to align your heart and your blood pressure and your pulse. And then when you're ready, gently opening your eyes, you lift yourself up into whatever's a comfortable seated position for you. And again, elbows in, roll your arms out, and embrace the gift of this day so you feel whatever you need will come to you, and you're going to sweep and gather anything else you need and bring it all the way down, one hand to the heart and the other to the belly. Because in this day, you are the gift, and may your life be the gift you share with others. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Feel good. Drink water. Eat some protein. Enjoy the sun. Take a nap. Whatever works for you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. All of the